Welcome back to another episode of the Heart Investment. I'm your host, Aaron, and I got my lovely co-host, Liz. She's driving somewhere on St. Patrick's Day. And I got the lovely China. China, man, talk to the people first. I want to say,
Hey
look,
y'all, what's up? Well, my
um,
name is China. Did you want me to start with the intro now?
look, go
Yeah.
ahead, go ahead. Yeah, talk
Okay.
to the people, man. Talk to the people.
Okay, well, my name is China. Well, I go by China Monet. That's my first and middle name. I'm 24 years old. I graduated from Morgan State University with a hospitality degree back in 2019. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been here for almost 2 years now. And I work for State Farm. What else? I'm on YouTube, China Monet. I'm on Instagram, CHI_NUH. I'm coming out with a new series called Chat with Chai, so that's gonna be cool on YouTube just to get myself out there a little bit. Um, yeah, that's it. I'm working on my series with YouTube, so that's gonna be it for right now because I always gotta stick to one thing. I'm always thinking about multiple things at one time, so I gotta stick with one. So I'm gonna just stay with that.
Damn.
Nice.
That's a lot to keep up with, honestly. She 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 moved away from the DMV guys. She doing her thing. She got her YouTube series. You heard her on YouTube. Um, it's not only because she's a special person why we bring her on here. If you guys didn't know, March is Women's History, Women's Empowerment Month. Um, so we bring intelligent, successful women on here, to spread some light to you guys.
Exactly.
With that being said,
Other
China,
than myself, of course, because I'm always on the show.
yeah, yes, of
There you
course,
go. Props to Aaliyah. Yes.
of course, of course, yeah. Um, yeah, I think that was that. I think that was my piece. But if you want to get into the quote of the day, or I can handle the quote of the day unless you handle the rest of the duties. Um,
the quotes. Think
okay,
where man's glory most begins and ends, and say my glory was I had such friends. All right, it's giving Dr. Seuss right now. All
yes,
right,
I was
so
about to say Dr.
hold
Seuss.
on. It says, think where man's glory most begins and ends, and say my glory was I had such friends. So, what does that mean to you? I don't know. I'm stuck. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm. Go ahead, China.
I'm gonna just say, Dr. Seuss. That's what it's given.
Okay. It is given Dr. Seuss, but we're going to try to break it down. So, from my point of view, I would say that basically the glory is within your friends. Just how people say it takes a village to raise a child. I would say in order to help you get through those obstacles of where you are facing in the beginning and the end, your friends are there. Your friends are the ones that help you get through those trials and tribulations, basically. Because of course, people do it by themselves, but it's like you still need that motivation from other people when you're feeling down and stuff like that to boost your motivation and your confidence to get where you need to go, which is the end. So I feel like that's where that quote, from my point of view, is saying. Like you need that village with those friends to get you to the end. And so that's why they say it's the glory because the fact that you have that support, that's what helps you keep going. So it's like the support gets you to the end, that's the glory.
Ooh, she's deep.
Yes,
I like
you
it.
know, very deep. Um,
Aaron, can you top that?
I probably can. Just go ahead and read that back to me, man, because I'm a little.
Oh God, here we
Okay,
go.
okay.
Think where man's glory most begins and ends, and say my glory was I had such friends.
Think
Nothing.
where Ben. I every week I get stuck on these things like this, but all right, think where man lost a friend,
Aaron,
right?
it's okay. We gonna
Yeah,
skip
all
it.
right.
We gonna
Yeah,
skip
I'm
it.
gonna skip that. Look,
Just go ahead into
China,
the topics.
That
That
it
was
is a hard one though.
that was a good one there. That was a good one. China, you did a good job with that for sure, for sure. But
I tried my
like I
best.
said, that was good. That was a good interpretation. I like that. I like that for sure. Um, all right, first topic, man. First topic. Look, it's Women's Empowerment Month, and you're the empowerment. I'm assuming. Um, moving away from the DMV first is a big power move, and I want you to, you know, talk to the America, talk to the people. Why did you move away from the DMV, and do you feel that you're more successful leaving home?
Okay. Well, the reason why I left the DMV was because I just felt like there was nothing for me there. Like after college, I felt like I would just I would have been stagnant in Maryland. So the fact I moved to Atlanta because of the path that I wanted to go down. I know that Atlanta is basically like the Black Hollywood. So it's like there's a lot of chances for you to be a model, influencers, photographers, rappers, all that. So it's just like I moved down here for that reason to help me network and to help me get myself out there because I do want to model a little bit, not professionally, but professionally at the same time, just to give me leeway to do what I want to do as far as like modeling, but have an agent at the same time. So it's like that's the main reason why I moved here because of the numerous opportunities and how far I can get with those opportunities here. Um, as far as like, what was your second question?
Second question is like, do you feel that you're more successful leaving home, or would you have been better off being, homegrown success?
I feel like I'm more successful here because of the fact that I have control over what I want to do as far as like the path that I want to go down. Because I feel like I would have had, even though I have limited resources here as far as like my connections and who I know and stuff like that for right now, I feel like I would have been even more limited if I was back at home. Even though there's people there that are going down the same path that I want to go down, but it's not as big of an opportunity here.
That, I like that.
Atlanta got way more opportunities than Maryland anyway.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And they're
As
cheaper.
far as like entertainment, yes.
As far as entertainment, yes, I definitely agree. Uh, mm,
And even there's a lot of, well, even on a corporate level, I would say there's a lot of opportunities here too because there's a lot of HR buildings for companies like Delta and the CNN building is here and stuff like that. So it's like I would say overall, yes.
so she gave us a nice, overview of her life in Atlanta, and that compared to the DMV life. Um, that's the first. That's the first. Honestly, you're honestly the first person that I ever heard say that leaving, was the best thing for them. I always hear people that they're going to come back, and before we spoke on the show, that you said that you don't plan on coming back. So that means I must have to fly out there to see you or whatever, do your thing.
Of
Um,
course. I mean, I will always fly back home too just to visit, but as far as like moving, mm-mm.
yeah, yeah, I definitely respect that. I definitely respect that for sure. Um, as part of Women Empowerment Month, uh, who is the most influential woman in your life, and how did they impact you?
Well, this is a cliche answer, but I would definitely say my mom because my mom is a very, very strong woman. Like she's very independent. I see where I get my independent traits from. It's from her because she never asked me for anything. She never, well, that's the thing. She never asked me for anything. So it's just like even if I ask her for something, even if I don't ask her for something, she's gonna ask me if I need anything. So just like that's my biggest goal. It's like when I am financially stable where I want to be in life, I'm going to give back to her, even though she's not going to want it, but I'm going to give it to her because she has done so much for me. Even I'll even give my dad credit, but since we're talking about women right now, mom, because she is a very strong woman. She supports herself. She supports others no matter what. And I never seen her sad. Never seen her mad. Like, so it's like the fact that she could put on this aside, even when I know that she's not happy all the time, it amazes me.
Like that, like that. Um, Leah, what about you? Who is the most influential woman in your life?
This is not about me.
I know it's not
But
about you, but you just mentioned that you're an important woman. Did you not?
but
But
let's
it's
just
Women's History
say,
Month, so
I would say my cousin.
Me? Oh, I'm not a
It's a
woman,
lot
though.
of things. Boy, no,
I'm not a.
hell no, absolutely the fuck not.
Whoa!
she said, hell no.
No,
I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
Oh,
no, not you.
I feel attacked. Honestly,
Uh-oh, what happened to her?
I don't know. I feel attacked. Listen,
Don't feel attacked. You be alright.
I feel like I influence a lot of people to do a lot of things, and America is okay because women only gets this month, so it's okay. I will let them have it.
What? Ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
I just found out about this actually. Um,
You just found out about what?
well, I know about Women's History Month and all that good stuff, but I found out that the person who founded it was in Cali,
Oh,
right? She was in Cali, and she was with uh she was with a group of other people. Um, her name was Mary had a little lamb. No, it wasn't, but her name was Mary, and the other person was named Molly. Molly McGregor. You had Paula. Yeah, Paula. 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 I forgot her name. Paula. But um, Women's Empowerment Month or Women's History Month was founded, you know, because women wanted they wanted equal rights, they wanted dignity, they wanted to feel,
not dignity.
yes, dignity. And
Are you sure
you know,
dignity is the right word you want to
I'm
use?
pretty sure it was dignity because from what my parents told me, uh green, purple, and white were their colors. And if you go back to the alliance that the women's had, right? Molly, Paula, and Mary, they had a little alliance going on, right? So purple, was for um I forgot what purple was for, but purple is internationally the color. But purple, green, and white is historically, you know, the colors that they wear, for dignity and um, diversity and stuff like that. So,
Did she not
that's
come
a little
back?
fun fact. Yes, yes, she'll be back in a second. She's joining back. So, I'm just giving America, a little bit of
I don't think a man should be
you
talking
know.
about giving women history.
Listen, I'm a very intuitive person when it comes to women. Like I'm very knowledgeable about them.
Uh huh.
So
Uh huh.
oh, is that right?
yes,
I'm sorry,
welcome back.
y'all.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But I like that. Women that you guys are influential and things like that. But what struck me was I just said, why do women need a special month? Like I'm confused. Why do you guys need a special month?
Are you mad because there's no men's month? Is that what the problem is?
Exactly.
Like I feel
Um,
like that's your issue. Y'all have June, okay?
I I
Well, no,
think
actually, you don't have June because you're not a dad. But you know, you'll
I
get there.
think that I mean is it universal? Like, is it universal that it's a man's month outside of March? Like, I'm confused. Like, how did that even come upon? Like, I'm just confused. But you do got Father's Day. You do got But why do you think women need a special month? I want somebody to tell
Because
me
Why do
this.
you
we
think? Why do you
done
think
a
we
lot,
don't?
okay?
Why do you think you don't?
Oh, freedom is open. We've
Mm,
done a lot, okay?
honestly, I don't think it's a lot that you guys do, but that's just my opinion.
So
That's just my
compared to y'all,
People wouldn't even exist without women. Let's start there.
People wouldn't exist without women.
You wouldn't be here.
You're right. I probably wouldn't be here,
You
but
wouldn't. You mean probably? It's not happening. Men don't get pregnant. You would have never been here.
men don't get pregnant. But it
let
is
me
a
look
way
this
to
up.
create baby. It is.
How you gonna breed? How two men gonna breed a baby? Please make it make sense.
How?
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I'm just saying, like,
But you feel
I
like you got one up than us, so that's why you feel like y'all need a Men's History Month because y'all do more.
it's not even that, but I'm just saying, like, all right, you have this 1 month, right? You have March. Is it universally known that men have the other months? Like, I'm just confused. Why do you
No.
guys have 1 month? You have a whole 30 days to be empowered, to be, historically, known about whatever the case may be. Maya Angelou said, um, well, I'm not even gonna quote her because I actually
Keyword
forgot.
Maya Angelou.
Yes,
Women
she is. She's a
to inspire
inspiring woman.
you.
Mhm.
Oprah is too. That's cool. Um, but like I said, I'm still confused on why you guys need a whole month. Um, is there anything do you see women taking over a profession? Like, do you see them taking over a profession? Because
Yes.
I clearly, or all right, I'm not even gonna say take over. How about become more gender neutral? Put it that way. Do you see any profession becoming more gender neutral?
Yes. The medical field
I'm gonna go.
in particular.
Is that the only one?
It's not the only one, but it's the one that I can think of where women are taking over, in my opinion. There's more women that's in the medical field than there were before. But as far as I do have a view on this because the fact that you answered that question, I will say there isn't a lot of women that are getting opportunities in the corporate world as far as like office buildings and stuff like that, being CEOs or even leading positions because I feel like nowadays they just feel like women can't lead, which is not true, of course. But there's less women that are in head positions than there are men.
Mhm.
Because there is a statistic on that, but I have to find it. But yeah.
Uh, that's okay. I can agree with that one. I definitely can agree with that one. Do you think that, women are more equal today, like in today's time? Do you think more women are equal to men?
Yes, I feel like there has been progression, but it's not
A huge progression?
quite, I wouldn't say huge, but there's progression where I'm starting to see a difference. Enough progression, I would say that. But
And that satisfy you?
you said, is it?
Is that satisfying to you?
No,
So
not.
what would
It's
satisfy you?
what satisfies me is when we get our credit because it's like, yes, y'all are saying, okay, I feel like in society they're doing things for the fact that people are saying something, but they're just doing it just to say they did it, not just because of the kindness of their heart. For example, if we had a company that had a CEO that was a male, right? And people
Mm,
were complaining, it was like, oh, y'all never gave so and so, y'all never gave Brittany a chance, and she been applying for this position for 20 years, blah blah blah, and she has all the qualifications, all that. And the inside thing is just that she's a female, and they just think she can't run the company because she's a female. But
mm,
I feel like there has been more reports where there had been women and also black women that have been in those positions where it's like managers or uh senior manager of the company or whatever. So I definitely see a difference, but it's like I feel like it's not enough yet, and especially for black women or even just minorities. Period.
Hmm.
So we're getting there, just like how well, we're not really getting anywhere with like the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, but it's like we see some type of difference as to where there's being justice being served, slight justice being served for like George Floyd and stuff like that, but it's not enough. So just like how that situation is just how it is for women.
So just having credit will satisfy you and the millions of women that are
Continuous credit.
continuous credit. Okay, got it. Noted. So take your profession, modeling, right?
Hmm.
Do you, uh I'm just assuming off this point, but that's more of a dominant female area, correct?
Hmm.
So if that became more gender neutral because there are male models, if that became more gender neutral, would you be upset that, the male species have taken over another profession?
Yes, I would feel some type of way about it because for the fact that it's like I wouldn't want to be like biased because I am a female, but it's like men they get their credit for what they are known to do, right? But it's like for women, it's like they get the credit for what they're known to do, but at the same time, it's like I don't know how to really explain it, but I will feel some type of way because for one, I feel like there's more female models because there's more female products and female objects to market than males. So, you have men underwear, you have men clothing, but I feel like there's more that women have to offer. So there's more women that have to model those clothes, if you get what I'm saying. And then as far as like, there's also change. I wouldn't want like the men modeling industry to go downhill, but I'm just saying like I would feel some type of way if
You
they
don't
took
want it to
over.
regress either, though. That's what it sounds like.
I don't. But that's just me being biased.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because you
Oh,
said keep it real, so I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna be like, yes, I want men to be equal like women in the modeling
I like it.
industry.
I
I mean,
like
I
it.
just have my opinion. So,
I like it. I like it.
but
I'm not.
I will also say this:
Go
as far
ahead.
as like being having slight experience with like photographers and stuff, there are a lot of okay. I'll say this: photographers take over the modeling industry as far as males because there are more male photographers than female, and as far as like the actual models there are more females, but I don't like that because it's like when you're trying to get into the modeling industry, a lot of photographers try to look for models that are going to do nude shoots and lingerie to get their numbers up.
Hmm.
And because that's what's trending now. Like if you taking pictures in news and stuff like that, you gonna get a whole bunch of likes because it's just all ass and titties. So it's like you
Yeah.
gonna get that. But as far as like there's not a lot of real modeling now as far as like fashion, actually clothing brands and jewelry and purses and stuff like that. So I feel like as far as like the modeling, that in female world, that shit is going downhill.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have a little flashback moment. You modeled at the illustrious Morgan State, if I'm not, mistaken. Correct.
For who? I hope it was fam.
It was fam, but it was for a short period of time.
Okay, as long as it
Because
was
I
fam.
mainly danced. Yeah.
Why? Why? Why is why is Fam the only I mean I like Fam too though, you know what I mean? I don't the other ones, I don't know, ABC, the what is it, IME?
IME.
Hmm.
What
That's
was
the
the
only two I
difference?
remember.
Well, why didn't you, join the other, modeling, organizations?
Well, I would say for me, it was because of reputation or just personal preference as far as like what I wanted to represent
Yeah, because a
because,
lot of
or
them did
at that
different stuff.
time.
Like
Yeah.
some of them did more dancing than modeling, or like put two and two together. Some did more modeling than dancing. So I like Fam was one of the people that did a lot of more modeling
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of walking.
ABC did a lot of choreography.
Yeah.
I think China's reputation measures up to be involved in all three of them. So I'm still failing to
It
realize.
would be possible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like fam. You know what I mean? It's some cool people in those cool people. Um, would you think like would you say that helped like make your decisions easier to move away from the DMV? Would you modeling in Baltimore or you guys had events and would you say that helped boost your thinking to just move out of the DMV and say, yeah, I'm gonna pursue this.
Hmm. I would say, as far as modeling at Morgan, no, because I was literally only on the team for like a week and I had to stop because of personal reasons. But so it wasn't really like that big of a deal. But I also did it in high school. So it's like, I would say mainly it was the people that I knew at Morgan. Not because I was on a modeling team, but the people that I knew because I would constantly hear people say, "Oh, you should model. You should do this. You should do that." So the fact that I kept hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just push myself and actually do it because I had the capability to do it. I had the look. So it's like, why not? So it's
Hmm.
mainly the people. So just like how the quote said, the friends.
All right, I'm gonna go way back. I'm gonna go even further than that. When you were at Wise,
Oh
did you
Lord.
did you feel the same way that you feel now about dancing and modeling?
Yes. I would say it was actually stronger when I was at Wise because for one, I had my cousin and she was on a modeling team. So she inspired me. But it was stronger then. But I would say because of what Wise Modeling Team did, because they were more of on the ABC side as far as like choreography and stuff. So at that point, it was like my main focus was that because they did choreography and they were doing the DMV shows. I forgot
You
the
said-
name of the competition, but
I
that
was there. I was there.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So just doing that, just going to those shows to see my cousin do it with the team and stuff, that's what made me want to do it. So yes, that did motivate me back then.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Really motivation.
Before I pull up.
She continued to pursue her dreams. Do you think 2021 is going well for you so far?
It sure is because I'm on a whole nother level. Like 2020, it was just crazy as far as like, yes, we had the pandemic, but it's me personally mentally crazy. So this year, I'm definitely going to work on continue to push my brand out there, to continue to travel, do what I got to do in order to get down the path I want to. So yes, 2021 is definitely focusing on me and pushing myself to actually do what I want to do because I'm always self-doubting myself. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, if something gets too stressful, oh, I'm giving up. Like, no, there's no time for that no more. So I gotta do what I gotta do.
I like that. I love the energy. I definitely love the energy for
Hmm.
sure. 2021 is going to be a big year for a lot of people.
Yes, I had to
So,
take a mental turn. You had to change your
yeah,
way of thinking.
always need the mental turn for sure, because the pandemic, caused a lot of depression. Tell
Hmm.
the people more about the brand, and tell us, more about your YouTube series that you got going on.
Okay, well, I've actually had my YouTube for a while now, but it's like I'm starting to. I like vlogging, so it's like I'm gonna do more vlogs and beauty videos because I have my cosmetology license and I'm into makeup and all that. So I'm trying to get more into that. So doing more tutorials. I'm actually gonna do a tutorial, like a little everyday makeup tutorial soon. Um, and yeah, so mainly my channel would just be lifestyle, beauty, and travel. And then with the series that I'm starting, it's going to be Chat with Chai, and it's basically like talking about real life stuff because my best friend, she actually inspired me to do this because she's in the process of like donating her eggs and stuff, and a lot of people have like questions on that, so I feel like that would be a good Q&A on my series to answer some questions that people might have that are actually thinking about doing the process or just have questions on it and stuff like that. So then after that, I was thinking about doing like something that you're doing with black owned businesses, get my friends that I know that have their own businesses come on there, talk about their brands, and all while we're drinking on some wine or water, whatever the choice of drink will be. And yeah, so I think just doing that, because like back in the day, I wasn't that talkative. Like I was shy and just like a very conservative person. So I feel like just doing this would help me get more out of my shell and actually do something that will make me be consistent as far as like posting on YouTube and just making videos because I actually love doing it. So it's like aside from my 9 to 5, I could do something that I actually like doing. So that's mainly why I did YouTube because vlogging. I used to watch vlogs all the time, like people traveling and stuff. So I was like, why not? I do it and I can post my own stuff. So yeah, so it's gonna be a journey. I'm getting there.
She's definitely on the journey, guys. Look, you heard it here first. She's a model. You need somebody to model your pictures. Call her.
Get
If you
at
need,
me.
if you need her to do your cosmetic.
Model your pictures? That don't even sound right.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The
Photographers looking for models and
yes, photographers looking for models.
to
Hit
build
up
their
China.
portfolio. I'm here.
Mhm.
What does cosmetologist say? Puffed up? Do y'all puff people up? Is it
Puff
called
people
What?
puff?
up.
Maybe I don't know the words. Is it called puff?
Don't.
Like when
I
you
don't
doing
want.
You
something
talking about
right
for
now?
makeup?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't.
Do
beat
y'all,
your face.
all right. Beat your face. Cool.
That's
I'm
makeup.
learning. I'm learning stuff. So I'm learning. Listen, if you need your face, beat.
Face
You know
beat.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
there you go. See.
Hit up China. Listen.
And I'm also working on being a photographer too because I'm a woman of all trades. So the
Mm.
fact that I actually do my own videos, I actually take some of my own pictures that I post on Instagram. So I'm looking to have my own studio so I can do my own creative shoots and stuff like that. So and then all the other clients will follow suit when I post my own pictures. So yes, I will be having my own studio one day in life,
Nice.
amongst other things.
Look at this creative mind. Mm.
It is
Why is
going. It be going every day. It stresses me out. Okay.
yes, yes. Listen, don't believe the other part that she said about you being shy, because as long as I've known China, she's never been shy. Um,
I try to act like I'm not.
she might act like it, but don't believe it. Um, how are you able to give 100% to all the trades that you're doing, all the makeup, all the modeling? How are you able to give 100% every day?
I'm actually not able to give 100%, but
Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. Why aren't you?
because there's always room for improvement. I would say I give 90% because the other 10% I'm thinking about how I can make it better. So, um, with that being said, it's like yes, I would say I put 100% into what I am heading towards, but it's like that 90% that's that's going towards like as far as my focus, that's what that's towards. But as far as the 10%, I'm thinking about other stuff. So that's why I would say I don't give 100% because my brain is focused on one thing at one time, and then my brain is focused on what's next. So I would say as far as right now to help me give that 90 plus 10%, I listen to motivational podcasts. I listen to motivational YouTube videos just to get me going. Because it actually really does help. And I actually started doing this recently. But aside from that, I've been writing for years. So it's like actually journaling, like how I actually feel or what happened that day or um, manifesting something into the universe. Writing does help. So I would say those two, writing and listening to motivational podcasts or videos.
So you see that right there. She's only going to give 90% while men is out here in the fields, in the construction sites, on the basketball court, on the football field, giving 100%.
This man drove
And
up.
you see that exact point there is why men, you know, are taking over all professions because they want to give the 100%,
But I can't speak for all women. All women might give 100% what they're doing in that moment.
Well,
But
perfect.
I'm not
You have
going
another woman right there. You have another
to.
woman right there. You have another woman right here. Leah, are you able to give 100% every day to what you're doing, whether it's doing hair, whether it's yeah, whether it's doing hair.
Um, yeah, I give my all. It depends. It depends.
It depends.
Yeah,
What do
it
you mean?
depends. It depends on the task at hand
Mhm. It
and
does.
how I feel about it and my
Why is
emotion towards it.
why does it matter how you feel about doing someone else's hair when you know,
No,
yeah,
I mean, cause that's honestly, I do hair. I'm not going like toot my horn or nothing, but I do hair so well where I don't feel like I have to give 100% all the time on something that I do all the time.
okay. That's
like,
Makes sense.
like I've been retwisting locks. No, I've been retwisting locks. That's just an example of one thing I do. I've been retwisting locks for years. Literally, I can. It takes me. It used to take me. I want to say like 2 hours, maybe more than that. Now it's like an hour max to do some like to retwist some locks. Do I give 100% to do that? No. I'm so like this. It's like
Like you just
clockwork.
know it's going to be bomb. Period.
Yeah, it's just like it's clockwork now, and it always turned out great. So I don't need to give 100%.
What about you, Aaron?
Right.
me
You
giving
about to
100%.
preach.
Um, I definitely would say I'll give 100% in everything that I do because I think it takes experience. It takes experience uh to you know um let me gather my words. It's you really need to give 100% because I feel like I don't want the next person doing it. I don't want the next person, taking my spot. So if I even think about not giving 100%, and I'm already at a disadvantage with me being a black man. So um I gotta give 100%. It's no question about it. Whether I want to think about it or whether I don't want to think about not giving 100%. I feel like I have no choice but to give 100% because, like I said, I'm always at a disadvantage. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure Barack Obama was at a disadvantage, you know, during the election. I can even say women are at a disadvantage even now because through my whole lifetime, or even after my lifetime, I don't even see or I can't even predict that we will ever have a female president. I can't predict that because I
I
don't.
agree.
Who, who's to say that I don't know how. I don't. Well, it's only one woman that I thought would have been the president, and that was probably Oprah, but that was years ago. But her being in the presidency, I'm pretty sure it probably would have gave her a heart attack after the first term. So being able to handle that, or me just being able to think about something like that, I really don't think that a woman can handle that much power. So you know, um, not to discourage any woman that doesn't have aspirations to become the first
Mhm.
president or whatever, but I don't think they would be able to give 100% just based off you guys thinking. I mean, not saying that you guys speak for the millions and millions, but you just gave it right there. It all depends on females have that emotion.
Yeah,
Females have uh,
that was my main thing. Pardon.
um,
Ooh, don't pay me no
um,
attention.
uh, um, females have emotion. I mean, males have emotion too, but I guess they know how to put that aside to for the bigger goal, to,
Mm-hmm.
to take care of a family or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I'm not discouraging a woman at all from doing the same thing that we're doing. Um, it's just I don't think they'll be able to handle the intense measures, or I don't think that they'll be able to measure up to what we're trying to do. I'll give you a perfect example.
Mhm.
Uh, nice black couple, Sierra and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson plays football in Seattle. Sierra is still a performer. She's still doing her thing. Do you think that she wants to stay in Seattle?
No.
My point exactly. So currently, it just so happens that Russell Wilson wants to have wants to be traded, and he only wants
Mhm.
to be traded. He only wants to be traded to the major cities. Wonder why? I wonder why.
Because the
Sierra.
power of the women.
Okay, exactly. So my point there, it only works with certain women, and I don't even think it's enough women that it's not enough women in the world like her. So that gives you a prime example right there that only a certain few or certain percentage of women have that type of control to make their man. I can't even give you another woman that has that type of control. Um, I
Do
don't know
you
that
think
women.
it's because women are more emotional, like on the visual level, as far as like the norm? Because people say that women show more emotion than men, which is true, but I
Yes,
feel
sir.
like it's also, I would ask, is your opinion coming from the fact that men act stronger because of the fact that when they grew up, if you showed emotion, you were a punk, bitch, whatever to your parents or your older people, that if you show emotion, you're not a man. So I feel like, is that where your opinion is coming from, because of the fact that men don't show more emotion than women?
That's a tough question. There, that is a tough question, honestly. I would say most of it is definitely coming from that. Most of it is definitely coming from that point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I certain men, or I think all men, try to hide some of their emotions under the rug. But you can actually tell by the way that they act that okay, they don't have that it factor in them. They don't have the balls per se. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have that to get the job done. And that's how the women is run has the pants in the relationship or whatever the case may be. So I definitely would say that most of my thinking comes from exactly what you just said. But like I said, I'm not biased to a woman taking over. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
like if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't be upset that a woman making more than me. You know what I mean? Some men are prideful about things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and you know um some it it hit me in a different light about this one story. People were posting the woman, uh the woman had, I think, 3 children or 4 children, or,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe 2 children. I don't know, but the baby father came to ask her for her stimulus check money, and I guess you're getting 1,400 whatever, and 1,400 times four gives you 5,600.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming that she has that amount, and the baby father came over there to ask for half of it, and her brother stepped up and said no, that she wasn't giving up the money, yada yada yada,
And he killed their ass.
and he killed them.
Yes, I heard about that.
It is horrible.
Yes, like I think of it in a different light that men are prideful about situations about like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
would you? I think I can't even. I don't even know the whole situation about them two, but just based on their relationship, I feel like the woman was always succeeding, but she just fell for the guy that was struggling, and
Mm-hmm.
he
What I
continued
don't
to grow.
understand is like him doing that. Now you don't get nothing. Like, so what was it?
Exactly.
If I can't get it, you can't get it. Like, what was? Because that's all that can make sense.
Some men think like that. Some men think like that.
That's
But it's
Honestly,
like if you're not doing anything to work hard for that money, why do you think you deserve it from her?
he could because he put in the work to get to make them kids.
I was
That's
going to say,
That's
why.
it.
who did the woman put in?
That's literally it because he that's his sperm, so he just feels like he deserves that some money.
And that's the
mm,
problem with men today.
If you didn't help raise that fucking child, you're not getting no money. Simple.
Exactly.
Now, if
okay.
he's helping raise the kid, that's different. But if you didn't help raise that child, raise them children, and you expecting something because a stimuli hit, boy, go ahead. Now you don't get nothing. Now I'm dead. You don't get shit. You're
Hmm.
locked up.
Oh,
Now
so she
what?
didn't escape. She didn't escape.
They all she shot.
They
He shot
did.
every fucking body. He
He killed the
shot
mother,
her.
the
He shot
brother.
the brother. He shot like 4 people.
So
They
Yeah.
all
nobody
died.
escaped. I thought somebody escaped. I'm still confused.
No,
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think so.
everybody dead
listen.
over a fucking stimulus check,
So, do you
which
think
is
women
dumb because, like I
are?
said, he doesn't get anything. This nigga is locked up now, and
What
probably
would
gonna
make,
get the death penalty.
what makes women more deserving than the men? Like in
What do you
life.
mean?
Like,
What makes women more deserving?
what makes women more deserving? I'm just asking.
See, and that's the thing. See, listen, it's not about women more. It's about equality. We're
And
not
that's
trying to be
what I think.
better than no. Like we're trying to be forever for as long as life has life on Earth. Men have always been over women. Women nowadays, it's not about trying to women's rights and everything. It's not about trying to make us better than men. It's about trying to have us equal because for a very long time men it was men everything men can do this, only men can do that, so don't ask that question.
I'm
Because
talking
I
to
feel like we're
two
just
young.
tired of people trying to talk down on our capabilities and what we can do. Just because we a woman don't mean that we can't build a house.
A woman can do any fucking thing a man can do. That's simple.
I never
It's
said
just
that
the
though.
norm. The norm is just that it's the stereotype that women are supposed to be submissive to men. So that's why men are overlooking our capabilities.
That's one of the reasons why we have lesbian couples, because they feel
Hmm.
like men men feel so entitled where they're the dominant person, and no, it's not that.
Is that right? Is that why lesbians
That
are
is one of the reasons why lesbian couples exist. Yes, because
interesting? Interesting.
you
Um,
didn't think of it like that, huh? Got your
I
brain
didn't.
rolling.
It does get my brain rolling. What other stereotypes are women given?
What do you mean?
What other stereotypes are women given? You know, the
What do
Being
you?
a
What do
woman,
you?
being a woman itself is a stereotype.
okay, so you just a walking stereotype. That's what you're saying.
Yes, because we're women. Hence the Women Empowerment Month, or you know, Women's Day, or it's stuff like that. It's just reassurance for we're getting.
Reinsurance, yes.
Yeah, it's just like because we didn't, like I said, we didn't have that. It
Is
was
that
men,
the
everything. Men could work. Only men
Hmm.
could do this. Women literally, you cook, clean, you produce children. That's all you that
Right.
was your job.
Especially back in the day,
Yes,
because
that
we
was your
couldn't work.
job. You don't work. You cook, you clean, you make babies. And you take care of your husband when he gets home. That's your job.
you
Hmm.
know, I don't get why they weren't allowed, more you know, more power back then because weren't they the same women that was, teaching the children? Weren't they the same women that was in the churches, you know, doing Bible study and things like that? So it makes you think, you know, it's a reason for everything.
Hmm.
But I particularly don't know the reason because if they're teaching, they're teaching the children and things like that. I would think they would have some type of knowledge. I would think they're, are intelligent. Um,
I
the black
mean, they didn't look at it like that. You're not supposed to, they didn't look at it like that. Listen, back then they weren't as smart. Like it was a man's world back then.
the
Mm-hmm.
women
It really
slave
was.
Women didn't have a say in anything. You didn't get to make your own decisions. Your husband made your decisions for you.
Mm-hmm.
So women being smart, they think, oh, this is literally what it is. If a woman is smart, oh, it's because a man taught her. That's why a woman is smart. And women never had, they couldn't think for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It was never that. So like, yeah, but it's not meant for you to understand. You weren't born back then. You just read about it and just you hear it, but it's not meant for you to understand. Like it was a lot of different rules back then. Can't do
okay,
nothing about it. Just
put me
you change.
put me in the slave position. I'm the
It's not
man.
about slaves. This has nothing to do with slavery.
I'm just saying though, like did the man slave tell the woman slave, oh, teach me how to, teach me English, teach me French. Like they made them teach them. Is that what you're saying? They just came out their mouth and say, yeah, teach me English because I don't know shit.
How are you asking me like I was there? I don't fucking know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it gives you a prime example right there. I didn't make them teach. They didn't make them teach them English or nothing like that. They wanted their man to just be as smart as, just be as smart.
It was just that women were looked at as the nurturers all the time and not as we can do stuff on our own or being our own boss. So that's why it's so big now because there's so many women that are their own boss or entrepreneurs or doing what they got to do. So it's like that's why I feel like that's the main reason why there's a Women's History Month because of what Aaliyah said and also because of the change that we're trying to make happen.
They should fuck the shit out.
Okay,
So it's just like, yes, we can be the nurturer for our kids and for our family, but that's not all we can do.
I have one question.
What?
What is
Don't ask a dumb question either.
it? It's never a dumb question. But what is it a man can? Well, what is it a man can do? Oh, wait. What
What
is
is
it?
it a man can do that what?
What is it that a woman can do that a man can't?
Have a child.
And that's the hardest thing in life, huh?
That's not the hardest. We have
Not the
periods.
hardest, but it's hard.
We have to carry children. We have menstrual cycles every month. Shall I go on?
Uh, I'm just trying to figure out where the difficulty part come in.
What you know what? Aaron, end this podcast right now.
I'm just trying to
End
figure out
it.
whether it's
End it
hon-
right now before I just
honestly.
leave. I'm about to
If,
leave. End
if
it.
you
Oh, this
End it.
only if you can only give me an example of pregnancy or period menstrual cycle, that's the only thing we can't do. Then that lets you know right there that we're more
okay.
dominant.
So that also let
No.
me flip it. This also lets you know
Ooh.
that there should be equality.
Aaron,
Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening to this one.
end the podcast, bro.
I'm listening to this one.
No, because
You gave me the only thing.
first of all, that's not the only two things women can do. That was
Okay,
just two things that I just named
you
off the
couldn't give
top
me
of off
anything
the
else.
strength.
Okay,
But what
China.
you about to say? You're not about to sit up here and saying being a woman is easy. Excuse you?
Right, exactly.
Like
So
who
it's
the fuck are
This
you?
has to be you gotta do
Granny.
another you gotta do a what's that? A panel with this topic because
You're
Like
right. You.
I
who
need
the
some
hell
more
are you
insight on this.
to say?
I feel like I'm.
Who
I feel
are
like I'm
you
getting
to
ganged up
say
on.
that being a
You
woman
are
is
being ganged
easy?
up on because how dare you?
I'm just saying. I feel like I'm getting ganged up on because
You should feel that way because I am. We are.
you
You
only
lost your everlasting mind.
you,
You have the audacity to say
You
that
all
being a woman
destiny.
is easy.
you only gave me one example. I'm still looking for the.
So being a man is hard. What's hard
The
about it?
nerve.
You said what's hard about being a man?
Yeah.
Um.
Women every day, women are sexualized. We are looking as sex figures to a man. I don't give a fuck how men
No
want
matter
to
what we
put it,
wear.
how they want to word it. At the end of the day, when a man looks at a woman, he looks at her body parts. He doesn't look at her. That's the first thing a man looks at. Women don't get the same opportunity that men get because they think, oh, you're not smart enough. Oh, you're just a woman. Oh, you have this. Oh, you have that. Like, don't sit up here and say being a woman is fucking easy. You lost your fucking mind. Don't, you know what? It is podcast. I'm about to get mad.
Listen,
I'm about to get mad. In the podcast.
you got
The
female strippers.
audacity.
You got female
Like,
strippers.
the
You got male
fucking
strippers.
nerve.
You got female strippers. You got male strippers. You
But
got female.
no, that's not the
male-
same. That doesn't compare.
That's women are sexualized.
Walking on the street.
I give you
Women
that.
are
One.
sexualized.
I would certainly give you that one. But the same thing that a woman
can't walk outside with their shirt off and be free. A nigga can walk outside with their chest out and be, that nigga got a nice body or that nigga fat. It's one or the other. If women walk out with their chest out, it's like, oh, this bitch is a hoe. What the fuck is her clothes?
Exactly.
What the fuck
She
is
a
going on?
prostitute.
She needs to cover up. Her nipples are showing.
they still
Women
say
and men
that.
both have nipples.
They still say that when the shorty's in leggings and they shorty in a sundress. They still say the same thing.
You're proving my
exactly.
point. You're proving my point.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
You Aaron, bye.
I am okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm not saying that women
I'm
aren't sexual.
appalled. I cannot believe you said that.
That was literally, Aaron, you said a lot of shit, but that was literally the most English you've ever said in your life.
I'm not saying that women aren't sexualized, but
no, you just said that being a woman is easy. That was your statement.
I did not say that. I said,
you said what's so hard about being a woman?
I said, where's the difficulty? I said, where's the difficulty? I did not say it was easy, but I just said, where's the difficulty?
So you don't think there's any
that you think it's easy?
I'm not saying it's easy. I don't want to find out how hard it is. I mean, that's not. Look,
it's all right. You know what? Have a daughter. Then you ask those questions.
Have a daughter. Hey, I'm.
Then you'll feel
right.
it. You'll feel like
you're right.
Right. To be honest, he wouldn't even feel it even if he had a daughter because she wouldn't tell him everything.
Why wouldn't she?
Because she's not.
Because you're a man.
You're a man. You wouldn't understand.
I have to know these things.
She's not going to tell you. I can tell you that right now.
Why wouldn't she?
She's not.
Is that what you did?
What?
Is that what you did?
She's not. Your daughter, as a daughter to a father, she's not going to tell you everything.
That's just like a man is not going to tell their mother everything.
You're not going to tell your mom when the fuck your balls drop. Your mother don't know about that shit. You're going to tell your father about that.
Okay.
Your mom's going to know because your voice got it deeper that your balls drop. But you're not going to sit up here. Yeah, Mom. One day I woke up and my balls was hanging. Mom, came out of my dick today. Like, you're not going to tell your mom that. You're not going to have that conversation with your mom. It's just not happening.
That's fine. I mean, you can't speak for everybody. Some people do have that. Some people
right.
don't.
But it's not common.
No, they did not just get out the car.
Some people can only speak to that.
Wait, when did they want that?
That's true. You have a point, but
it's
not common.
It's not common?
Mm-mm.
Right. It's not common. I don't think it's common. I really don't think it's common. I think it's a unique situation for sure. But like I said, I have nothing against women. I was just only told one example.
Nah, you
I was only told one example.
You made some very interesting
I made some interesting comments
that makes me question you.
Question me how?
It just makes me
interested.
And this is live, so whoever
this is live. This is live.
You want to have an interesting conversation with whatever woman is watching this.
Anyone that wants to ask a question about being sexualized and all those things. Like I said, I have no bias towards women. Women can pretty much do.
Women's job is being a woman's easy, right?
Easy.
Right, it's easy.
Women can do.
I can wake up and be a woman tomorrow. It's easy, right? Oh, okay.
Joanna man. Look at Joanna man. He didn't did it.
He didn't do anything. He dressed up as a woman. He was not a woman.
Exactly.
He was in the women locker room taking a shower with women.
Did he have a uterus? Did he have ovaries? No.
He didn't.
No.
So why do companies try to put us in women role? Look at Big Mama. Look at Dave Chappelle even said they try to make turn him into a woman as well. In some of these movie roles that people have
Because
like.
we matter that much. We all just want to be a woman so bad. Y'all want to be a woman so bad. We have to make a character out of it.
So
It's cute. It's cute.
do you think the directors of those movies didn't think that being a woman was easy?
I don't know what
Yes,
they thought.
I feel like
Exactly.
they did.
They
So why
probably
is it wrong for me? Why is it wrong for me? If hypothetically,
It's
if
not.
I
We're not saying it's
does it make them
wrong.
right? No, it doesn't make
Right.
them right.
it doesn't make them right. You're right.
Aaron,
It doesn't make them right.
Aaron, wrap it up. I'm over the conversation.
It doesn't make them right. But
Wrap it
I mean,
up.
I
I
definitely
shouldn't be.
want you to do a panel on this because I want to hear other males' perspective on this topic.
I will. I will definitely do a panel
We
on it.
might do that next week. Wrap it up, Aaron, because you gonna make me come through the screen and punch you in the face.
Y'all don't gang up on the directors for doing the same thing.
You don't know what they do. Are you in that movie cast? You don't know. You don't know how long it. You know how long it
You
takes
know what
movies to
feedback
actually
they got.
produce.
I mean, they Martin Lawrence is okay with it. He's okay with it.
Wrap it up, Aaron.
But that was
Woo.
great. That was great. China, do you want to shout out anything to the people that you love, about yourself or whatever, social media, brand,
Well,
I
she
was
whatever?
just
already done said it in the intro for real.
I
But
mean,
you can reiterate. Yeah, you can.
reiterate it. Yeah, I mean, because
I
it's
was
all
just
about.
shout out to y'all, mainly Aaron and Aaliyah. Thank you for the opportunity and thank you for your time to talk.
Problem.
Um, and thank you to everybody that support you and support this broadcast and every future endeavor y'all have. But yes, follow me again on Instagram, CHI_NUH and China Monet on YouTube, CHYNAMONE. I can't even spell my name. But yeah.
She,
Alrighty, Aaron.
like,
See
happy
y'all
St.
next
Patrick's
week.
Day. See y'all next week. Stay tuned. Stay safe out there. And what is it? How to be a man. Um,
You know
to,
what?
did,
Uh-uh.
did we make it?
Uh-uh.
Cut.
Did we make a movie
Cut.
about that? Did we
Cut.
make a
Uh-uh.
movie about that, man?
Cut.
Listen,
No,
man,
it don't
we
even
see
matter.
y'all,
Cut.
man. We see y'all.
Aaron. Cut.
We made a movie about that, though.